and welcome. I'm Paul White, and this is my book, Forged, making a knife with traditional blacksmithing skills. Traditional really means using the skills of the past to make a knife today like they did 100 or 500 years ago, but works for you today. Traditional blacksmithing, knife making, isn't traditionally better. It's just different. And I think most blacksmiths do a blend of traditional and modern techniques when they make a knife. I traditionally completely use old ways and old techniques. I was trained by blacksmiths who were trained by guys from the 1800s. I got real lucky many years ago and came across some of these guys. So I've captured all this in my book. So what I do is I show you what are those old ways. Well, the old way is to take a billet and then form it, fashion it with just your hammer. Now you have to build a tool or two in doing this. And I show you how to build this railroad spike jig to get the angle, to get the radius just right in my book. So if we take a billet and form the handle like we want it, then we can counter bend it to about a 30 or 35 degree bend. But that has to be straightened out so that we have a nice thick spine and a nice thin edge. So I teach you to do a first pass, a second, and a third, but only concentrating your hammer blows at certain places on the anvil, on the edge, so that you do come away with a knife that has a thin cutting edge and a thick spine. And you can see, if the shadow on the camera is correct, that we do have a bevel formed. It's a forged bevel as opposed to a ground bevel. And then I teach you how to surface it with hand tools only, and then to harden and temper with the forge as opposed to furnaces and or equipment. Once again, you get a nice strong spine with a taper toward the point with a nice less than a dime thin edge. And we do scale work, and I teach you how to be successful with hammered rivets every time. I mean, that we hardly ever lose a scale. And then once you conquer making a frontier knife, a knife that looks like this one, then it's easily, those skills are easily converted to making a blade like this if you want to. A Bowie or a Hunter, and with some nice curves and bends in it, it's just a little more volume. And then that's converted, of course, into something that looks like this. So you go from making a very basic knife, and you use those skills to make a more complex knife, if you choose to.